Yo, what is up? This is just a little video I wanted to make as a follow-up for my last video where I talk about 5 things I did miss from Singapore. The amount of support and likes I got for that video really pushed me to make another video, and I'm really thankful for you guys for supporting me out as I put more content out. It really motivates me, and it's like a reinforcement for me to make more videos for myself and for you guys. So just like going into the video, I think these 5 things are not in any particular order. The first one doesn't mean like I missed I hate this one the most. And the second thing is like these 5 things are from my experiences and they may not relate for every single person that visits Singapore. So let's jump into the video, let's go. The first thing I do not miss from Singapore is the weather. This is funny because I talked about this in my other video. From I think it was like November to January. Around the time, that's when the raining season starts, and around that period, I remember it would rain like 5 times a week, I'll say, and there would be like thunders, you can't go outside. I was basically living like the quarantine life in Singapore. Not a big chunk, but like a small chunk of my study abroad experience. It sucked because like it limited what I can do, like because I didn't want to like go out to the city when it was raining a lot. I couldn't really play basketball as much and go on for runs, so it really made me stay in my room or just like hit up my friends. It forced me to like find new ways to spend more quality time with my friends, but just like not knowing that and going to Singapore, it sort of threw me off. And yeah, that time I messaged my family a lot saying like I missed them a lot, and they helped me get through it. And yeah, when it rains in Singapore, it's not really fun. Since it rains so much in Singapore, I noticed that a lot of the sidewalks are like covered. It's pretty cool, so you can always like walk from like one building to the other without getting wet by rain. So random, but that's a cool little fact. So the second thing I don't really miss from Singapore is the food portion size. Like growing up, I was a thick boy. Like this is how I looked, and I remember my go-to order was like a 20-piece McNugget and like a Big Mac meal. I know it sounds a lot, but like I feel like I could eat a lot and I had a lot more energy. And it was just like the cycle of like me eating more gave me more energy to exercise and hang out with friends. I'll just eat when I was hungry, as in like I didn't really have a set time when I ate. It was just more of like when I was really hungry, I'll just like eat a lot, and then I'll just like coast until my next meal. But I feel like my stomach sort of expanded because of that growing up, and then like going to Singapore and where all the portions like fit into one plate, I'm just like holding it like, yo, is anyone trying to get seconds? For example, you can get like chicken rice. It's literally just a scoop of rice with cut up chicken, Hainanese chicken, placed on top with chicken rice. Oh, but the rice is like fire. They add like chicken broth or something into it, so it's like, it's not regular rice. It's amazing. You guys gotta try it out. But like if I get one of those, what is that, like 200, 300 calories, maybe 400 sometimes if you add like sauce. Like for me, I'm used to eating like 900 to like 1,300 calories per meal. I got a nickname as like Apple Boy, or like I was always like associated with apples because I would always carry apples around with me everywhere I went. It was so funny, and they're like, what the hell? Like, why is your diet only apples? When it's hot outside, I feel like apple is like perfect. It's like so crispy and juicy, so every time I bite it, it's like yeah. Alright, so my third thing that I don't really miss in Singapore was actually like the nightlife. So I turned 21 when I was in Singapore. Like 21 in America is like the year where you turn up because that's like the legal drinking age, and people get so excited, you host like a nice party, but I turned 21 in a country where the legal drinking age is like 18, I think, yeah, 18, and all my European friends started drinking. I don't know, I have a German friend that was like drinking since he was like 16, because that's like when beer is legal there. Like I'm not the type that is like extroverted, and I'm not like super into clubs. But like every once in a while when you have like a long week or you like finish exams and you just want to go out and just like have a good night, have a couple of drinks with your friends and just dance, I feel like having the option is always better than not having the option. Girls, they have girls night out on Wednesday where they get in for free, and I think they get a free drink at certain places. Like guys have to pay freaking $35 for a freaking cover. Like who wants to pay $35 for a cover? I mean, if you have money, go ahead, like get lit, spend your money. But I was on a budget, and it's like, so what I ended up doing with my friend was we would always get like a wine bottle from like the supermarket. We would always look for like the cheapest alcohol, and it was usually like wine. We usually get that. There are several nights where we just drink in my room, in my dorm, and we just have snacks, we just talk, just sing songs, and just have a good time in my dorm. And looking back now, I think those moments are so much more special than going out. Holy, I'm starting to get tired. Okay, so going off of like the last one, another thing I didn't really miss about Singapore was all the rules they have there and like the random laws. There's like several things that you can't do. There's like littering, you can't jaywalk, you cannot drink any liquid or eat on the public transportations. So this means like water either. Just like all these like rules, I felt like I was being like molded into this like perfect civilian. A lot of people were just really conservative, and it felt like people just couldn't be themselves. There are always like rules, and everyone was super nice. Who doesn't love nice people? But I guess when they're always nice, when they're always like sacrificing themselves, I feel sorry for them because they're sacrificing who they are, I guess, for the greater good. But sometimes you don't know what you're missing out on if you sacrifice your own identity and your own potential. Yeah, people just acted all the same. All the guys look the same. They're all like tan, pretty jacked because of like military service. They'd all wear like glasses, a t-shirt, shorts, and flip-flops. Every single person would just look the same. Everyone dressed the same. It was weird. People were just like replicates of each other. I'm saying this as if like my opinion or my culture is right or wrong. But like, I don't know. I just think it's healthier if you're able to just present yourself as who you are and not be limited by societal or cultural expectations. The last thing that I did not miss about Singapore was how small of a country it was. I think since Singapore is so small, if you really tried, I think you can see everything that you need to see in Singapore in about a week. Like one thing I noticed is there's like malls at every single metro station or MRT station, and they were all relatively the same. So once you go to like one mall, you basically have a general sense and idea of what the other malls are. So I mean, it was nice because it forced me to like leave the country and explore the countries around. Unfortunately, I didn't get to travel everywhere I wanted to because how I prefer traveling was whenever I had like a long week, let's say like it was after exams or it was spring break, I would always dedicate a whole week to a country because I didn't want just like a weekend. It's hard to like go back to the same country, so it's like I'm gonna go to this country once and I'm gonna make sure I see as much as I can while I'm there. And I feel like 5 to 7 days is like ideal for how long you want to be in a country. But Singapore, yeah, it was a small country. So those are like the 5 things I don't really miss from Singapore. Making this list took so long because overall Singapore is such a wonderful country. The pros definitely outweigh all the negatives. Yeah, that's today's video. Thanks for listening, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.